So some interesting stuff has been happening with Prismatic Evolutions. Recently, we've gotten restocks of Elite Trainer boxes. We've gotten restocks of PCETBs. And we are getting even more restocks recently of just other Prismatic Evolutions products. Is this indicative of reprints? Or are these just, products that have been sitting in the warehouse from the first print? Who really knows? I don't know. But I've noticed Pokemon, I think, has been doing something, putting out more supply for Prismatic Evolutions, and people are actually getting them from the Pokemon Center website, which is good to see. And I saw this post, and this is how I found out that they were even restocking these Prismatic products from this post. And I also saw that I think they also restocked some of the tech sticker collections like a day ago or something, a few days ago or something like that. So interesting to see that they're restocking these other products because we've been on a drought with Pokemon Center with not really getting much. I know we got the Pokemon Center ETBs, but that's kind of it. But they are restocking other just normal products, which is interesting to see. So let me know down in the comments below, do you think this really is Pokemon printing more stuff? Or do you think this is just maybe a normal restock of just first print stuff? Let me know what you guys think. But I saw this post. We'll get to the prices to see how things are going right now with those products that have gone restocked. But you can't see here, this person said waiting finally paid off. Was in the queue for about 35 minutes or so and was able to get my hands on two. This was the first time I've been able to get something on Pokemon Center since Surging released. Anyone else have luck with the queue? So you can see the comments here. Some people still complain that they're getting some error and they're getting blocked. But there are a lot of people here that are saying that they were able to get some. So you can see this person saying that they got lucky. They were able to get some. This person also got some, I guess, from this post. This person also got some. This person also got some. So is Pokemon printing a lot of this stuff? Is there just not as much demand? Who knows what it is? I don't know what it is, but it seems like more people are getting stuff. So it is interesting to see this happening, and you guys can let me know your opinions about what you think is going on with this. How the market has been recently. Do you think things are really cool enough to the point where you're seeing a lot more people, at least according to this post, get lucky and actually being able to get stuff, or do you think there's actually just a lot of supply being dumped onto the market? What do you guys think? It's an interesting situation that we're seeing here because Prismatic Evolution seemingly we were going to get like no stock, but like no restocks or anything, but it is happening. So like I said, very interesting. Now when you go on the Pokemon Center website, obviously they're all sold out, but I'm pretty sure it was the tech stickers that got restocked. Also the surprise box, I'm pretty sure those were the only products that got restocked. So let's see what those restocks have done to the prices of the products. So let's first here look at the surprise box. Now, I said it before, I just feel like a surprise box would be a weird thing for them to reprint, but they restocked them. I don't know what wording is true, but these have gone down a lot from their peak. On their peak, they're around 85 bucks. Now they're $63, which is exactly what they bottomed out basically at after release. And you can see that with this graph here. You can see this is the release date right here. They dropped. You can see they bottomed out in the low 60s, and look at where it climbed in the 80s, and look at where it's at now. So you can see how significant, I guess this restock plus also, just recently Prismatic Evolutions products have just been going down, how significant, things have dropped. And you can see here, if you go, zoom in to the last few days, you can see, especially this day, I'm pretty sure this is the restock date, you can see a more amount of sales because prices dropped more significantly, and yeah, prices have dropped. And you can see if you look at the supply in the market, there's one listing for 63, there's some for around $64, and overall there's a bunch in the 60s. So there is a lot of supply out there from this restock, and plus just in general, a lot more people have been listing Prismatic products. So might be a time, if you're interested, to buy some of these, because if you think about it, this is literally pretty much exactly where we were at a few weeks after release of Prismatic Evolutions. So do you think it's going to go lower than what it was at before, or do you think this is maybe the bottom price and this is where it was before? I guess you can make the decision for yourself what you want to do, but it is something worth noting that we are back to basically where we were at in the beginning. So will it go lower? Who knows, but that's where we're at right now for this product. Now, when you go and actually see some listings on eBay, you can find them for a little bit cheaper than 60 bucks or $63. There's this one listing right here. If you add the shipping, which is 10 bucks to this, that's $176 for three surprise boxes. Obviously, it's under $60 per box. So you can find some great deals on eBay if you guys want to look there. Definitely, I think if you're able to get them sub 60, I think that's a pretty good pickup for this product. Just in my opinion, based on where it bottomed out before. But hey, will it go lower? Is the market changing? Possibility, but I think buying on this restock, maybe you could wait a little, maybe a few days. More people will list as they get their shipments from Pokemon Center. That's definitely something that you can think about too. Maybe wait a little bit, a few days. The market could possibly go down even further, and there that might be a time to buy in. Now next here, just the text stickers. These don't have as much data, but you can see based on this graph here, you can see how much they've gone down. So the Leafeon here at one point was around $40 and now it's dropped all the way into the 30s. You can see the significant drop. I'm pretty sure this was the day they got restocked. This is where a lot of people bought. Yeah, it's dropped pretty significantly. Even before the restock, you can just see how prices started to fall. And yeah, prices for this have fallen a decent amount, but it's the text sticker collection. I don't know if people really care much about these. But you can see lowest listed though is already back to where it was before. So seems like people have bought them all out, but if maybe more people get their orders from Pokemon Center, maybe it'll keep dropping and go back. Who knows? Next here we have the Glaceon. Now the Glaceon hasn't dropped as much. I think the Leafeon isn't as popular as the other ones. You can see here still though it has dropped. On this is the restock day. It has dropped, but not quite as much as the Leafeon has. And lastly here, the Sylveon has dropped actually quite a bit, which I'm surprised because this has always been the most expensive one. You can see it's dropped now all the way down to $35. Just all these in general though have been dropping. So some restocks of Prismatic we've gotten recently have been an interesting situation. We don't know, or at least I don't know, if they're restocks, reprints, how much these are really going to affect the market for Prismatic, where things are going to go in the near future. I don't know if this is really Pokemon actually, printing more, because they said that they were going to do that, a few months back when Prismatic was released and no one could get anything. They said they were going to do that. And, seeing these restocks, especially of these normal products, is something to think about, because I don't know if, previously if Pokemon has, I guess restocked regular products for specialty sets. Like, I don't know if we have any evidence of that or anything like that in the past has happened. But, we are seeing just a wave of these restocks for Prismatic Evolutions. So is there more to come? Is there more restocks for other products possibly? Or is this just sort of it? Is this maybe just a little, I guess opportunity and that's all? Or will they keep restocking the website? It's very interesting to see this stuff. And like I said, if you really believe in, Prismatic Evolutions and why I keep talking about it, buying on this dip could possibly be a good idea. But you could also argue that they're going to print more of this stuff. It's really hard. You could try to time stuff and think they're going to reprint more, or you could just maybe dollar cost average buy some of these products that have gotten restocked, buy on this dip. I've bought PCETBs. I haven't really bought anything else because honestly, I bought everything I really wanted or wanted to buy, just after the release and when prices dropped then. So for me, I'm not really buying more because I already have kind of things I want. But for you guys out there, a lot of these products that have dropped, they're literally back to where they were on pretty much the release first few weeks of release days. So it's a big opportunity in my opinion, but it's possible, like I said, they could go lower. But at that point, you're timing the stuff. I would, if I were you guys and you were still worried about, prices dropping even further, dollar cost average, buy some on this restock, maybe wait a few days for the surprise box if you want to buy that one. Wait for people to get their orders. The list price will probably go down a little bit more. That'll be a great opportunity. But other than that, yeah, that's all I have to say. Restocks have been happening and prices have been going down quite significantly for Prismatic Evolutions across the board. So just wanted to talk about this, these restocks we've gotten recently. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know down in the comments below if you got any of these restocks. Personally with me, I'm not in the, whole news or anything about these restocks. I'm sort of disconnected, to be honest. But hey, people were able to get some, and just based on that Reddit post from the Pokemon TCG subreddit, they were able to even get it from reading the post. So it's very possible you could have probably gotten some, but yeah, just let me know if you guys got anything. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.